Greetings, everybody. I'm First Boy Barron Trump, son to USA President Donald J. Trump and First Lady Melania K. Trump. So, I just wanted to give you an update on what's going on. We're working on the U.S. Supreme Court ruling right now. Um, we're going to be updating evidence and exhibits that we're going to be displaying for the United States Supreme Court, along with opening arguments, closing arguments, evidence, exhibits, witness lists, uh, testimony, expert testimony, cross examination, subpoenas, objections, rebuttals, PowerPoints of authority, and much more. In that process, I want to get the economy up and going. So, I'm going to be doing my best to improve the economy. We're going to be creating a lot of jobs, opportunities for people in arts. So, whether if you are a singer, songwriter, performance artist, author, actor, athlete, motivational speaker, software developer, student, teacher, founder of a private school, um, business hopeful, charity advocate, zoologist, inventor, innovator, archaeologist, if you are a traveler, travel author, travel writer, um, if you are a painter, screenplay writer, screenplay director, if you are a massage practitioner, beauty practitioner, uh, fitness instructor, um, healthcare provider, uh, if you are relaxation practitioner, um, uh, philanthropist, uh, if you are Jew or Christian with synagogues and churches, there's opportunities for you here. And we're going to have a lot of different opportunities in dancing, choreography, and things like that. So we're going to be improving the economy. We're giving these opportunities for the type of people that I mentioned right now in these job descriptions, opportunity to get the economy going. Um, so whether you have a job, you go to school, you do a lot of things online, this is an opportunity for an extra cash generator or for another opportunity for you to obtain an internship or a volunteer program. And I'm gonna outline some of these programs, but I want you guys to stay tuned to the YouTube U.S. Supreme Court ruling, Dance Glance, U.S. Supreme Court ruling, Chart Topper, U.S. Supreme Court ruling, um, Financial Department of RICO Act, Slavery, Murder, Conspiracy, U.S. Supreme Court ruling, um, Styling Department of RICO Act. Um, I want a lot of people to pay attention to what's going on because um, slavery was introduced through limited liability companies and real estate partnerships, and I was at the forefront. So I pretty much stipulated just because a person has an LLC doesn't give them the right to introduce slavery, and we fought this, and I don't know why they came after me like this because I think Abraham told them that we're not going to do slaves in America anymore. And then Plessy Ferguson stipulated that blacks had a right to sit in all white cars, and Brown School Board, uh, another U.S. Supreme Court ruling, stipulated that blacks have a right to go to white schools. And I mean, this has already been established for years. This is not something that's just recently came about. So now we're in the process of um, pinpointing the new system that individuals are using, and it's just something that we're dealing with. I don't know why these people want to come after Trump for all of these different things, and I'm doing all of these great things in the community, but Um, Obviously, I'm at the United States Supreme Court now about this issue, and I'm going to do my best for the United States of America, and I'm going to do my best for citizens in the future to have a reference um, in dealing with this. So, right now, I am your reference. It's the United States Supreme Court ruling Aaron William Strickland hyphen John Edgar Hoover hyphen Barron William Trump versus Mayor defended DC Mayor Muriel Bowser, and it's a slavery complaint. And I'm gonna get into the details um, later, but I want you to know that we're gonna be doing a lot, um, regardless of what's going on with COVID-19, and um, to let you guys know that I'm still your forefather when it comes to forensics, and I'm also your forefather when it comes to DNA, and your forefather when it comes to the helix. And I'm still diligently working on that, and we're going to give people an opportunity to process the DNA, the helix, confirmation on the individuals responsible for slavery in the museum and exploratory. So you get an opportunity to not only have an improved economy and work during COVID 19, but you'll also have an opportunity to process some of this DNA testing kits um, regarding the pardon and exoneration of your first boy, Barron William Trump. So stay tuned, it's going to get really interesting. All this month, I'm going to be doing real forensics. We're going to be doing that with John Edgar Hoover, and then I'm going to be doing the U.S. Supreme Court ruling. We're going to be doing that with Aaron Strickland, and then I'm going to be doing what First Boy Barron Trump is doing um, to and the reform policy. What I'm doing right now. So what I'm doing right now is I'm graduating from the John Edgar Hoover FBI building. So I have a degree in religion. I have a degree in business. I have a degree in education. I have a degree in entertainment. I have a degree in philosophy. And now I have a degree in criminal justice. So I learned criminal justice, which you will learn in college, by getting injected into my case. I was kidnapped from Carquinez Middle School in Crockett, California. I was a teenager, preteen, like 13 at the time, and I was held hostage by a limited liability company in their five-story home because they made a partnership corporation, um, and I was just held in the commercial building as a slave for a very long time. And I got out and reported this system that was used for slavery. Um, the rope that was used to tie me up, the duct tape, ski mask, blindfold, the weapons, all of that type of stuff. And then everything that was valuable that was taken from me, and how they try to take Air Force One from me. So I want you guys, big ups to Air Force One. Go to Air Force One to check out Air Force One, and then even put in Air Force One Barron Trump to speed up the process, to expedite it, so you can get a chance to see what we're doing. We're landing some great deals right now. Yeah, 200 languages, 200 countries on one accord with 200 heads of governments. So we've got all of that in the mix. But um, yeah, so that's pretty much what happened. So reporting this to the John Edgar Hoover FBI building gave me an opportunity for the last 7 years to learn criminal justice, and then for the last 1 year, I've been doing reconstructing what was taken. 50 books, 165 books, 50 albums, 50 radio station programs, 1,000 art um, exhibits, um, 1,000 philosophy, comedy, dance, um, different software applications that I created, like an actual physical book, an actual physical TV show, actual physical um, music app for e-readers, tablets, notebooks, and laptop computers that I plan to actually have, um, and more, like, you know, and so that's what I've been doing right now. I'm graduating from the John Edgar Hoover FBI building with my degree in criminal justice. I would not have to report anything regarding this Racketeer Influence Corp Organized Crime Act after 2020. And in the collective body, I'm Barron William Trump, and Barron William Trump is himself in the individual body. And so, if the United States is one person, and the United States is 160 million citizens and maybe 140 residents, 300 million people who make up the population of the United States, then there's two bodies. There's the individual body, USA, and then there's the collective body, the residents and the citizens that make up the USA. So, and the reality of multiple realities, the reality is, one reality is we are all variation of the men and the women in the White House right now. So if I was a variation of someone in the White House, I can best represent myself as Barron William Trump because my name Aaron is found in the name Barron, and then also my name Williams is found in the name William, and then also Donald Trump pretty much raised me from all of his accomplishments as like my extended dad without him knowing. Um, Everything that he did was provided to me um, as a discipline and an upbringing. So he was my extended father before he became my forefather, with him becoming the president. So when he became the president, the forefather of the United States of America, as I'm a United States of America citizen, um, um, I pretty much could authentically say that Donald Trump is my dad at that point. And then if we're all a variation of someone in the White House, then I actually am Barron William Trump. So that's what we got going on right now. Um, um, what else can I say? Barron William Trump for president at gmail.com. 365 albums this year. I think that's like 7,200 songs. Um, Want to get stay tuned. We're gonna have like 2-3 thousand different um, modeling jobs, 2-3 thousand different dances available, and this is pretty cool because most people only learn like 40 to 60 dances their whole entire life, and then people who go to dance studios probably learn like 300. People who go to dance clubs probably learn like 1,000. But like, so I'm going to be like the chief commander in charge of dance. I'm going to be supplying all of the kickbacks, all of the parties, all of the clubs, all of the recreation centers, all of the dance studios, all of the dance competitions. Like, I have all of the dances for that, and I'm going to release that to the United States of America pretty soon. Very, very soon. Okay? So, and then when it comes to being chief commander in charge of music, I'm working on some very great deals. Um, so there's gonna be gospel, hip hop, R&B, soul, pop, country, uh, jazz, rock and roll, heavy metal, live, instruments, greatest hits. There's gonna be a lot of different genres, acapella, different genres of music, and we're gonna be making 200 deals in 200 countries for 200 separate radio stations, 200 separate TV stations, 200 separate magazine stations lines, 200 separate newspaper lines, 200 separate um, movie theaters, 200 separate television stations, 200 separate uh, social clubs, 200 separate libraries, 200 separate hospitals, 200 separate um, zoos, 200 separate art galleries, 200 separate schools. Um, we're going to have 500 businesses in 200 separate countries, 200 separate languages on one accord with 200 separate countries, making deals with heads of 200 separate countries, and of course 200 separate churches and 200 separate synagogues. So basically, you're going to have everything up to the minute that you feel adamant about on the entire land in your cell phone, on your tablet, on your e-reader, on your notebook computer and laptop computer, because I'm brokering this deal for you. So um, basically, what I've been doing in the White House from the collective body, not the individual body, besides going to my siblings' rooms, like knocking on a couple of my siblings' rooms and asking them for support on projects for my collective body and their collective body. I spent a lot of time knocking on Tiffany Trump's door, and I've just recently started knocking on Ivanka Trump's door for some very important things. And you're gonna hear about this later. But what I've been doing personally is I've been working on reform policies. So like I have the religion reform policy, the medical reform policy, economy reform policy, business reform policy, trade reform policy, industry reform policy, telecommunications reform policy, safety reform policy, corrections reform policy, entertainment reform policy, education reform policy, infrastructure reform policy. I have like some great things that I'm going to be implementing for United States citizens when you travel to a different country of the 200 countries that make up the land that God created. You're going to um, have an opportunity to be acquainted with United States citizens. There's going to be media there. There's going to be activities for the United States of America. But um, it's going to be a safer place because we're going to own forensics. Um, we're going to have a second helix and a second um, DNA. And we're going to be able to solve crimes, um, and, and and there will not be any crime that we wouldn't be able to solve, regardless if there's a database or DNA that we have available right now, the and the helix that we have available right now um, um, could lead to an arrest. The infrastructure that I'm working on right now is going to have a display of criminal investigations, civil investigations, moral investigations, and spiritual investigations. And this is going to be an incentive for countries to have a safe and great experience with the United States of America with absolutely no crime involved. So we're going to maximize the opportunity for people to take advantage of some of the great things that the land has to offer that God created. And this is what I do as far as like tilling the land, um, a commandment of God. And so um, I just told you about my experience